Maria, if you can hear me, could you take us through some of the firsts that Draupadi Murmu has created by becoming this historical president-elect?
Yes, Draupadi Murmu, the first tribal president, the second woman president, the first president to be born in independent India, first from Odisha. So there are several firsts, of course. But we're talking specifically about the elections that were held on 18th and the counting which was held yesterday. In all, 4,754 votes were polled, of which 53 were declared as invalid. Draupadi Murmu, in fact, secured a very high percentage. As far as the total 62%, as you highlighted rightly, is concerned, that's also because the calculation certainly for sources in the BJP is that there has been a high percentage of cross-voting that has happened as well. Over 126 MLAs have cross-voted, and the percentage of cross-voting, Shilpa, particularly coming from states which have a significant tribal population. So look at the state of Jharkhand, where the JMM had backed Droupadi Murmu, had announced their support. But there is a percentage of MLAs that have cross-voted again. This has happened in the state of Chhattisgarh. Similar cross-voting has happened in Maharashtra, also in Madhya Pradesh. Let's not forget that Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, these are the states which go to polls, in the next 1.5 years before the general elections of 2024. But the big messaging that is coming certainly is that there is also a woman now in the Raisina Hill. Draupadi Murmu takes oath on 25th. And with that, India will be getting the second woman president and the first tribal president.
Thank you very much for that, Maria. And let's also listen in to the political reactions coming in. We have Rajnath Singh Piyush Goyal and Anurag Thakur speaking about our historic president-elect.
गरीब किसान, झुग्गी झोपड़ी का इंसान भारत महान का राष्ट्रपति बन सकता है, तो सर्वोच्च संवैधानिक पद होता है किसी भी देश का। मैं समझता हूं कि इससे बड़ी खुशी देशवासियों के लिए और कुछ नहीं हो सकती है आज के दिन। और द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी को बधाई देने के लिए हम लोग यहाँ पर आए थे। उनको पुनः मेरी तरफ से बहुत बहुत बधाई है।
लगातार हर राउंड में द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी आगे चल रही हैं। भारत की पहली महिला और ट्राइबल महिला जिनको देश के राष्ट्रपति के पद पर सेवा करने का अवसर मिलेगा, ये हम सबके लिए सौभाग्य की बात है। जब भारत आज़ादी के 75 वर्ष मना रहा है, उसी वर्ष में भारत की प्रधानमंत्री कोई और नहीं, एक महिला, और वो भी अनुसूचित जनजाति वर्ग से आने वाली, जिन्होंने बहुत कष्ट अपने जीवन में सहे भी। प्रेसिडेंट की पोस्ट तक आना, ये यात्रा बहुत कुछ कहती है। और ये संभव तभी है जब देश आगे बढ़ रहा है मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में। एक विधायक के रूप में उन्होंने शानदार काम किया, एक गवर्नर के रूप में शानदार काम किया, एक बहुत सफल राष्ट्रपति के रूप में भी वो सफल होंगी। मेरी बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
महामहिम श्रीमती द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी को मैं हृदय की गहराइयों से बधाई देता हूं। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने आज जो हमारे जनजातीय समाज, आदिवासी भाई बहनों को और पूरे देश के 135 करोड़ लोगों को गौरवान्वित किया है, माननीय द्रौपदी मुर्मू जी हम सब के लिए एक नया इतिहास रचेंगी, देश के लिए नया इतिहास रचेंगी और आगे चल के देश को एकजुट करना, देश को एक साथ पिरोने में इनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान रहेगा।
The presidential poll results didn't just turn out to be a big show of strength for the NDA, but also an eye-opener for the so-called united opposition. Heavy cross-voting has been reported during the presidential poll. 17 opposition members of the parliament and 126 non-NDA MLAs voted for Draupadi Murmu. Assam reported the highest cross voting with 22 MLAs, followed by Madhya Pradesh with 19 cross voters. But what's most interesting is that 5 MLAs cross voted in Congress-ruled Rajasthan that's slated for elections next year. We're joined once again by our political editor, Maria Shakil, on the phone. Maria, a very worrying time for the opposition, especially ironic that the opposition presidential candidate, Yashwant Sinha, had said that this election is a victory of democracy because it's shown that the opposition can be united and that this unity should continue. But in fact, it's the opposite because this cross-voting has exposed the many fissures in this UPA.
Yes, that's right. The chinks in opposition's armor has been exposed. And yesterday, ironically, Shilpa, was the day when Mamata Banerjee's TMC also went ahead and announced that as far as the vice presidential polls is concerned, they will be abstaining and not voting for Margaret Alva, who is the vice presidential nominee for the opposition. Having said that, if you look at the high percentage of cross voters, 126 MLAs in all and 17 MPs is what sources are saying have cross voted, and of which the states which have a significant percentage of scheduled tribes votes, in those states I'm seeing a high percentage of cross voting again. Look at the state of Chhattisgarh, a Congress-ruled state where 6 MLAs have cross-voted. States such as Jharkhand, 10 MLAs have cross-voted, understanding fully well that we cannot be on the wrong side of history. If India is getting its first tribal president, then those MLAs who have a significant tribal population, they have to stand with the first tribal woman. Having said that, states such as Madhya Pradesh again, which goes to polls later, next year, in fact, and also the state of Gujarat, which again has elections later this year, and again a state which has a high population of scheduled tribes and also reserved scheduled tribe seats. So in all these states, we are seeing cross-voting, and as we have been saying, the real story of the presidential polls will come in this number of cross-voting. So this is how the story has unfolded.
Thank you very much, Maria, for those incisive insights. And now it's time for a very short break. But on the other side, the top stories of the day.
TMC will not vote for the opposition candidate Margaret Alva either, because the party says they were never consulted on her candidature. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has declared that he will go ahead with his Singapore visit despite not being given permission by the Lieutenant Governor to attend a summit abroad. The LG has advised Kejriwal not to attend the conference since it is a conference of mayors. Cloudbursts in Himachal Pradesh's Kinnaur have caused widespread destruction.
Cloudbursts triggered landslides in several places. Loose stones and rocks fell from the mountains and blocked several roads. And incessant rains made any rescue and relief operations virtually impossible. The cloudburst also led to increased water level in drains and created a flood-like situation and blocked road connectivity. Several homes were damaged due to torrential rains and the mayhem caused by the cloudburst.